Welcome to Timeless Conversations, a channel where we talk about adulting, the ups,
the downs, and everything in
between. My name is Aisha Nyangoma, a procurement practitioner.
And I'm Robina Auma, an accountant.
Today, we want to talk about life after school. It's kind of natural that if you're leaving campus, you're nervous. You don't know what awaits you. So what was the plan like for you?
Yeah, so for me, I didn't have a plan, by the way. I just knew I'm going to get out of school and look for a job. But in the meantime, I needed money to survive. So I started a small business of selling clothes. And I used to sell these clothes in Lira, in the Lira market for second-hand clothes. So, and what I would do is come to Kampala with a midnight bus, go in Owino, shop coats and tops and nice dresses, pack up, and in the morning bus, go back to Lira. The next day, set up and be able to sell. I had created a circle of friends who would help me to advertise to their fellow friends, but also they would see my outfits and want to, ask me where I got the outfits from and tell them, I sell these things, come here and get them. So it's quite challenging, first of all, to sell at that point in time because you don't have experience on how to manage a small business. But while I was there, I would go to this restaurant that had Wi-Fi, search for jobs. There are some websites that had jobs in Uganda, search for those opportunities that fit my education and apply. But where are the jobs coming?
I think what really causes us a lot of panic is in the way our parents celebrate when we are
when you're graduating.
My mom literally called the entire village.
Of course, she was proud her daughter was
so now how do you go
graduating.
Back to the same village that was dancing in the mud?
That you're
tell
jobless.
them that I'm jobless. Kati, what made it even harder? You go to town. I had this friend, and Bambi, I think she was doing it out of a good heart, innocently. There's this, those companies that used to be at Mabirizi. Those GNLD guys.
Oh, those ones.
Hey, by the way, if you never went to those places, I don't know how hard the hustle was for you. Because somehow, if you were doing a serious job hunt, somehow you
end up there because it was such a glossy and such.
They
wrapped it up properly.
Of like, you come, you're going to become a millionaire. Who doesn't want to be a millionaire in this Uganda?
Not me. I want to be a millionaire.
The day that I got that call, I was actually at home, and then this girl tells me, Aisha, this job hunt, the way it is, we better go and look at this place. They've given me a good offer. So we reach there, and the guy tells us, we have products. Now for me, anything to do with sales and marketing, I don't have the character for it. I would require a serious personality check for me to go into marketing. So the moment they gave me those products, I knew I was out. So that's how I survived the fate of Kampala.
For you, survived them. For me, I was actually conned. I was telling you the story. So as I was searching, as I was still in this job hunt, I was also personally relating with people, networking and talking to people. And in the same restaurant.
Network is network.
My dear. So I met someone in this same restaurant. Like, we'd both go there. I think for him, he would work remotely. So we would both go there and be on our computers. And for me, I was searching for a job, but for him, he was working. So I think he even gave me one of my first jobs. He used to work for a certain organization. It was a sales job, but I accepted it because I needed to start somewhere. I needed to start somewhere. So he spoke to me about a project he was working on, and he was launching it, and asked me whether I could be a part of it. And it's someone I would just say hello to in a restaurant, And so he told me he was working on a project and was launching it soon, and was asking me whether I was, willing and able to be a part of it. And I was so excited because it was my first job.
You've reminded me, it's strange how deep you can go when you're looking for jobs.
I know.
Now when I was in that hustle, and there's this guy that I met. Of course, I knew him from back then. So he tells me, you know what, I've seen you hustling so much, and I think I should start up a business where you'll be operating it. You have a good business sense. since when?
Don't you?
I don't like risks. So he says, guess what I was going to do? A proper graduate. He tells me back then, banks were now starting up that project of getting the banks closer.
Yes.
In terms of, instead of mobile money, you could do your bank agent.
Yes.
So he tells me, and back then, by the way, those things were not so common.
That's
so
true.
Of course, as someone who, people say that you have to take up opportunities as they start. So this guy tells me, I'm going to start up a bank agency and it will be in Mokono. But where was I staying? In Nasana. And how much was I getting paid? 300,000 Uganda shillings.
What? But Aisha, did you have any other? Did you have any other money?
I did not, but also I know the value.
You did not?
I did not accept, simply because I knew even if I was accepting this salary, it would all end up in transport.
That's true.
And then what next, you know?
So when I got that job, it wasn't all glossy and nice. Late hours, moving around villages, trying to sell products. It wasn't easy. While I was doing that, because the salary was good, but it used to delay because it was a fast project.
Exploitation.
Yes, it used to delay, and it used to go through like 3 layers before it reaches us. Like it used to go to 3 other
approval,
not really approval levels, but 3 other people to be able to reach us. Yes. So I decided that this is not where I want to be, you know. So I kept searching and I kept selling my clothes. Meanwhile, like I got someone to sit there for me. So I had a bit of money here, a bit of money there, and I also kept searching. So I eventually ended up, while I was still here, someone I know called me and told me there is an opportunity at Ministry of Finance. Isn't it what I studied? How excited, yes. How excited could I have been? Gosh, I was so excited. And I was like, I've hit the jackpot. I organized myself, asked my supervisors for leave, and I'm like, I need 2 days off because I'm going to go and follow up on this position. So I came to Kampala and I went to Ministry of Finance. Meanwhile, I didn't know my way around Ministry of Finance, but I had the contact of this person who I was going to meet. So I called them up and asked them, I was asked to meet you by this person about a job position of a project that is going to be countrywide. And I explained to them everything, and they're like, okay, come and meet me here at this time. I even went 1 hour earlier. I went and sat in the lobby of Ministry of Finance, you people. I sat in that place for 3 good hours, trying to call this person I'm waiting for, and they're not picking. I sat there very sad. I called and called and called. Nobody was picking. So eventually they picked after like 3 hours. Then they tell me, okay, wait, the person is still in a meeting upstairs. We'll come and meet you. I'll be there when you're meeting this person. So the alleged person who works at Ministry of Finance. So I sit there and wait. Little did I know, we were about 5 of us sitting there. Yes. Okay. Sitting there and waiting for this person to come, and we have a meeting on how to proceed. I didn't even apply, no application, no nothing, but they were just handing us the job on a silver platter. I don't know why it didn't ring a bell. Quite frankly, it didn't. I think I was just excited with the fact that I will be properly stationed. I will have a job security and all that stuff that comes with having a job.
But also working in Ministry of
Thank
Finance
you.
when you did accounting.
When I did accounting. Like it was the perfect job.
You know,
I think they knew exactly how to play with our minds.
Yeah.
So we waited. So I met all these people, and then now this guy comes 3 hours later, tells us these are the things you need. You need an NSSF number, you need passport photos, you need, like these are things he could have told me on phone, and in these 3 hours I would have sorted them. Still, I was still vulnerable at that point, following wherever he goes. So I went, actually all the 5 of us, and some other person that is actually related to me, by the way, were 2. We went, all of us took photos in turns. It took us to a specific photo studio.
Patch 9 cream.
I think so. They took us to NSSF. Do you know that's the time I got my NSSF number and my NSSF card?
At least they helped you.
I know. We went, they told us we have to post the letters through EMS. I didn't even know what it was because
It's an electronic something system.
yes, for posting.
Management system, is it?
Something like that. And I didn't know, okay, PO Box was kind of phasing out at that point in time. So we went, got full scraps, wrote applications, and posted them. After doing all these things, he told us, now the person has moved to public service. We are leaving now Ministry of Finance. In this time, we had to go and have lunch. So we all went. Didn't we pay for that guy's
Lunch as
well? That's the easy part. So he told us we are now going to public service. We went to public service. We sat there, waited for the guy for another 1 hour. He went to another meeting as we were preparing our documents. We went and sat in that lobby. Bambi, people were coming with the retirement packages, issues, people were coming, all their issues and frustrations. We were there seated. It kind of rang a bell at that point that, isn't something wrong with this? So this guy goes upstairs and makes a phone call and says, okay, we're going to let them in soon. Then he comes back to us and says, now this guy, he has asked for some money to be able to give you the job. But these are the benefits of the job. The gross pay is 3.5 million. They're going to be paying you per diem because you're going to go countrywide. They're going to give you a motorcycle when you are at those districts.
Did you know how to ride?
Did I? But me, I just knew the benefits were huge. So he said, but this guy has asked for some money. I don't know if you.
How much was it?
He asked for 2 million. And you know 2 million about 10 years ago, not 10 years, about 7 years ago, that's a lot of money.
Even now it is.
I know. So for me, I didn't have money, Bambi. I just had my car job, which was paying me little money of like 400k retainer and some money on top, over and above your sales targets. So I said to you guys, for me, I have only 200,000.
Of 2 million.
Of 2 million. And you know, that's how I ended up only being conned 200,000. So this relative of mine got a whooping 1.5.
No.
Yes. Sure. Then the other guys, they were from like Soroti, where, like different places, but we were all kind of related. This relative of mine did accounting as well. The other people did also business-related courses. So you know exactly, like you know that this is where I want to be, you know. The guy was, I don't know how they got our numbers, but
he was so particular about
very much. So me, I said I have only 200,000. This relative of mine got 1.5 or something about there. Then these two other people raised 100,000 each.
Of 2M?
Yes. My dear. So we gave him the money. This guy goes and says he's going to come back. Don't laugh at me. This guy says he's going to give the money in and come back. He vanished. We were conned properly. Oh God, I can't still believe. But in hindsight, I look back and just believe that don't be vulnerable. Do not fall for easy money, like quick money. Don't fall for easy jobs. You will get conned of your hard-earned money.
But that comes with desperation. You know?
I know it does, but be wise. You know, desperation is a very weak emotion. If you allow yourself get caught up in it, you will get conned of your money. Please take care of yourself and do your due diligence. Like, watch it, suspect something, you know. Don't believe everything.
There are stories of people that get conned of not just money, but laptops. You know? You're using this very laptop to look for a job, and then someone just comes and cons it off, you know. You talk about your experience of the first job that was not in line with what you studied.
Yes.
I also have a similar experience. After campus, one of my lecturers kept in touch with me, and they got me a job in the formal sector, and it was not all that pretty. When you're looking for a job, you have these high expectations of, oh, I want to do this, I can bring this onto the table. Like, you just have it all pictured out. Then I got myself on Nkrumah Road.
That's where the money is.
That's where the money is. But, you know, like, it is just so weird how it is. Almost everybody out of business school somehow finds themselves either on Nkrumah or NASA.
Tell me about it.
Me, nothing checks your character like working for a one-man's company. You can get fired any minute.
You know. No professionalism.
There's no professionalism. You know, you negotiate this salary at the end of the month. It's a give or take. You take 400
That's
or you
dangerous.
leave it.
Oh dear.
So now I was working in this company. First, I was told my title would be different, and then I got into another title. I was doing all these procurement-related biddings and stuff, but also doing sales on the side. So one of the things that I found challenging was the fact that I changed my title. They changed my title without consulting me. I thought that was strange, because the reason why I was so big on that title was that I knew that this role title would get me into the procurement role that I wanted to get into in public service. And then the other thing was the sales targets. Somehow I found myself with a lot of pressure, marketing things that I had absolutely no passion for. So, thankfully, while I was doing this marketing, I found people who would later take me into the role that I liked, a role that was in the mainstream as I expected. So my advice to anybody out there, even a bad job will present good opportunities.
That's true.
So don't just stay home. That job that you take for granted that, does not meet your threshold of what a good job would look like, would place you out there, get you into good networks, and these people will propel your career.
I was also doing a sales job, but it's nothing I'm passionate about. I know it's a good area, but it's just that it's not something that I liked doing.
You have to have patience.
Yes, a lot of patience. And for me, it was going to rural places and trying to convince people to buy. So it was really, really uncomfortable for me. But while in there, I knew that an opportunity would present itself. I knew that I was being baked, I was being taught lessons, you know, that would later on help me in my career. So I advise that start somewhere. In that place where you are, make sure you learn as much as you can and be able to apply such lessons into the next job. But also trust me, it's going to propel you in the direction that you want to if you start somewhere. Don't demean jobs. Start somewhere, especially when you don't have what you're doing at the moment.
Thank you for joining us on this very first episode of Timeless Conversations. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Did you have a plan after school? And what was your experience like? Please join Timeless Conversations next Friday. Let us talk about the reality of the job hunt.